I want to ask the team that's arguing for this motion, the team that is arguing that the cuts are a threat to our security and a gift to our enemies, to put to you the point that your opponent, Ben Friedman, has made, that your argument for a strong military, a military that does not have to suffer these budget cuts, is premised on a goal of global domination. He says that's really what your vision is. Is that accurate? Do you cop to that, Tom Donnelly?
Well, I like to do the crime before I do the time. So, no, I don't, dominance is a loaded term, no question.
That's why he used it.
Yeah, no. I noted that. But I'll cop to it. It doesn't bother me if America is stronger than everybody else times 2 or 3. America's role in the world, from my perspective, has been pretty positive. And the use of American military power has made a better world. And so I'd rather be dominant than weak.
Andrew, let me come back to you because I'd like to just hear from the other side on that. Ben, it was your point. Can you respond to Tom's?
Well, obviously that's a false dichotomy. My whole point is that we're incredibly strong now vis-a-vis our enemy, so weakness is not something that's on the table in this debate. The argument is they say we need to try to have 10 times the power of our enemies and basically guide history to be safe, and that's a massive over-definition of our safety. The United States is incredibly safe for natural geographic reasons because of our economy, and most of what we're doing in the name of safety or defense is sort of a luxury that most states don't endeavor to do. And I think it gets us into trouble that we could avoid. A few difference of percentage points in the defense budget is not going to make a difference. But if we really rethought our strategy, we could be a lot safer because we'd avoid conflicts that we get into.
All right, we'll get on to that in a bit. I want to let Andrew Krepinevich respond.
Ben was kind enough to cite my Foreign Affairs article. In the article, even absent the sequestration cuts, I said we're going to have to really trim our sails. We're not going to be able to fight or deal with threats in 2 different regions, even though there are 3 regions in the world we consider to be vital interests. We're not, maybe you think this is a good thing, we're not going to be able to threaten anybody with regime change. I think we're going to struggle just to maintain access to critical regions where we have trading partners and resource requirements. We haven't figured out a way to deter cyber attacks, and the cyber threat is growing. We haven't figured out a way to protect our assets in space. And I think the next big thing coming down the road is the undersea infrastructure, which is huge, and with the spread of robotics increasingly accessible even to non-state groups who can threaten the enormous energy infrastructure that in military parlance is comprised mostly of soft targets.
Let me bring that to Corey Shockey. The money argument, it sounds like everything that was just outlined is important and would cost a lot. Corey Shockey.